Hey everybody, it's your old pal Robert from ThrillRide.com. How you doing? So as you can hear, I've got a little bit of a head cold that's lingering. Not very sick, but it just sounds worse than it is. That's kept me a little bit off my feet. And yeah, the episodes have been a little sparse over the last few months. I've been working on another couple of projects, one of which I hope I will be sharing very soon, that I hope a few of you will be excited about. But anyway, this episode is going to be a little different from kind of the priors. This is kind of a clip show from an amazing trip that me and a bunch of wonderful people took last summer. A road trip that took us from California to as far east as Pennsylvania, and with stops in Ohio and Kansas and Missouri on the way back to visit 6 theme parks and ride a trillion rides and basically drive and don't get any sleep. It was madness and so much fun. And it was kind of the sequel to a vacation we all took about 10 years or 11 years prior that we always said we wanted to do again. Just do one of these total madcap, non-stop coaster trips. And so last year we were like, let's do it. It's, we're not getting any younger, so now's the time. And the boys, Doug's boys who were with us, Zach, Dagan, and Steven, are now old enough and tall enough to want to ride everything, and they ride everything. They are hardcore, which is fantastic. So yeah, again, it was me, Doug Barnes, owner and producer of the Season Pass podcast, and my brother from another mother, and his 3 boys, and then our good friends Daryl and Deanna, and Brent and Truman met up with us at various points, and it was, it was incredible. We were blessed by all the rides that were open. I mean, everything we had targeted to ride, we got to ride. It's nuts. Never happens. And during the trip, we recorded a segment of a podcast. And then when we got back home, another one. But on the last day of the trip, in our hotel in Salt Lake City, we started what was just going to be kind of a quick little review, and it turned into a full-blown hour-and-a-half plus recording. And so the highlights of that are kind of what you're going to hear. And on top of that are just a lot of footage I shot on my iPhone. I was in full vacation mode, didn't have the GoPro out. Did get a few on-ride bits and pieces here and there, trains and dark rides, that sort of thing. But it was just, capturing random fun. And so this is kind of all stitched together to make these episodes. So yeah, it's going to be at least 3, maybe more, to cover the entire experience of all these parks that we saw. So this first episode will cover kind of a general review, and then Worlds of Fun and Kings Island, and then subsequent episodes will be about, let's see if I can remember now, the parks we went to. After that was Kennywood and Cedar Point, and Cedar Point was kind of the midpoint of the trip. We spent 2.5 days there. And then the last 2 parks were Holiday World and Silver Dollar City. Yeah. And something wonderful and amazing happened in every park continuously. It was, like I said, it was blessed. It was so great. So anyway, I hope you'll enjoy this little grab bag of stuff. And like I said, more to come, and hopefully an announcement of a new little kind of a sideline business going that, again, hopefully some of you will be interested in. All right, so enjoy. The last day of an epic trip. Unbelievable.
I can't believe how long it was.
Yeah.
The thing that's really getting to me.
Feels like Worlds of Fun was yesterday.
Right?
Oh, look at it. He's like, nah, it was so fast.
No, it did not.
It
feel
was
like
fast, but all right. So
Zach, it did not feel like that.
have we cracked 5,000 miles yet?
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
we're over 5,000.
So we're over 5.
Yeah.
2 solid weeks.
We are older than 5.
Yeah. So this is day 15 of the entire trip. Tomorrow, when we drive all the way back home to Sacramento, that will be day 16. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And Superstar here drove the entire way.
Superstar.
So, all right, we did Worlds of Fun. And what was next?
We did
Kings
World.
Island.
So we did okay.
Worlds
So
of Fun,
going back to we drove for 2 days
Kennywood.
over the weekend. Then we did Worlds of Fun.
Fun
and then
Monday.
yeah, and then Tuesday we drove to Cincinnati and we got like a night in Kings Island that night.
Crash there. Yep.
Then
That was fun.
all Wednesday was all Kings Island the
That was
entire
also
day.
Epic, epic
Yep.
day.
And then Thursday we drove early that morning, met up with Daryl and Deanna, Brent and Truman.
Yep,
All of
yep.
them, all of us, the whole crew
Insane, awesome
was
party.
all there for Thursday, which was Kennywood.
Beautiful park.
What?
Loved
Which
it.
so this is the thing with Kennywood too. It's like it was like on a Thursday and there was nobody. Like it was like we owned the park almost. It was amazing. So then we drove that Friday. Drove that Friday to do a whole day at Cedar Point. Did a Saturday at Cedar Point the whole day. Sunday a half a day at Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Drove. to
Glorious
the-
weather too. I mean, perfect.
And I know that we're going to talk more about the parks.
Yeah.
But I'm just like trying to get the calendar, so the show. So then, so that Sunday we drove to Indiana, and then Monday we were at Holiday World, and then we ended up in Holiday World again on Tuesday. That wasn't
A little
planned.
unplanned, but
It wasn't planned, but we were at Holiday World on Tuesday before we drove Tuesday night to Branson, and then we
Silver
went
Dollar
to
City.
Silver Dollar City for
Best park.
Wednesday. Wow, yes. You jump in the gun
Spoiler
here.
alert.
Hey, spoiler. So then we went to Branson for Silver Dollar City on that was Thursday and Friday, right?
yeah, yes, I think so.
Thursday was Branson, was Silver Dollar City, right? Friday
was,
we were there at Silver Dollar City during the day, drove to Lexington, Nebraska that night. From Lexington, got here where we are right now, the Salt Lake City,
The
and this is
last
our
chill
rest day,
zone, yeah.
our chill day. Where, as you can see, Zach inside the covers is like because air conditioner's on, we're chilling. It's like 102 degrees outside right
Yeah,
now.
we're feeling that heat wave.
Yeah.
That's why I got this too.
By the way, Yingling, you gotta get your beer to the West Coast.
Get it
Please.
over to California,
Please.
please.
100,
So good.
100 degrees. Exactly.
Okay, it's 100
There you go.
degrees right now.
You're wrong.
Okay. And then tomorrow we take off.
Yeah, the last trip. The
Yeah.
last trip. Yeah. I love it.
Favorite park, favorite ride, favorite experience. Start with favorite park. Favorite park.
Silver Dollar City.
That was easy for you.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite ride.
Oh,
It's a tough one.
Hey, it's not your ride.
I didn't say anything.
This is Robert's. You're messing up Robert's video.
Cutting room floor. Cutting room floor.
it was probably Maverick.
Maverick.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
And then favorite experience. All the driving that we did.
No.
The amount of long
Oh
drives.
yeah. 14
Seeing all
hour
the
day.
corn.
All the corn. There was corn out there?
No way.
I must have missed
I
it.
slept through that. Bummer.
Probably getting stuck under
A chicken.
Mammoth's station.
Oh, that was
There
your
you go.
favorite.
That was-
It's
that was memorable.
it's probably the most memorable experience.
Absolutely.
But it was okay. There you go. I like that. I like that. That was your favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And now we go with Dagan. What is it? Dagan, favorite park.
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point. Excellent. Favorite ride.
Steel Vengeance.
Whoa,
Oh, there you
nice.
go.
Came
Sylvan.
right out.
Favorite experience.
Riding Steel Vengeance at night and Brent killed you.
He's dead, by the way.
We will
He's
get
dead?
more into
He's
that.
not alive.
But Brent did kill me actually.
Yeah, Brent shot him and killed him.
Yeah.
But let's just say we gotta give him a huge shout out. Like, this is not a coaster guy, and he Truman wrote everything. Like, they got out of it, and they did have a good time. So,
Yeah.
but his
Brent on
reactions
Steel
were
Vengeance
priceless.
that night was spectacular. All right, so now we go with Robert. What's your favorite,
You know,
favorite park?
Picking a favorite park's got to be the toughest choice. But I got to say, Silver Dollar City was so. I mean, I remembered it from being beautiful from 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. It's like one of the most beautiful.
Dakin doesn't know how to duck, by the way, at all.
That's right.
He
We'll,
walked a bit
yeah.
lower than
That was a
he
good,
normally does.
little momentary
Yeah.
wipe effect. Silver Dollar City was amazing. And I mean, there were so many great rides, but I gotta say, and you're gonna share this with me, the one that surprised us the most, that became the most re-rideable ride on the trip, freaking Time Traveler.
Time Traveler.
Like, never, ever, ever would have expected that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so much fun, so great. But you know, man, I gotta say, getting stuck on the Mammoth platform,
Yeah.
if I had to pick, like, a really fun, memorable experience, that was it. I love that. But we basically spent 3 hours there, waiting for the ride to reopen, and then they shut down the park. But that was great.
Okay.
You're gonna pick yourself.
Nope. Go for it. There you go.
Silver Dollar City was
Is your
my
favorite park?
Yeah.
There you go.
Favorite ride, Time Traveler.
Oh yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, there you go.
My favorite experience, Time Traveler.
There you go. That worked.
Absolutely.
Did you see multiple rides of Time Traveler?
No, just Time Traveler.
Just period.
Yeah.
Just,
Just
He
Time.
would run down the stairs and we'd lose sight of him.
yeah, he was running so fast to get back on time.
Hardcore.
Yeah. For me, favorite park, as much as I think. See, Silver Dollar. I want to say Cedar Point so bad.
Right.
I
It was
want to say Cedar
amazing.
Point so bad. I'm gonna say Silver Dollar City as well.
Yeah.
I think that was
It's
my
just
favorite.
better.
So no, Silver Dollar City is my favorite. Favorite ride.
I know what's going on.
Okay, so I've said always like Maverick if they remove those harnesses and with the new harnesses that it could possibly be my favorite. Still could. They probably saw you do all of that. By the way.
Again, all staying in. All staying in.
That hurt my
Yeah.
shin.
So, just by the way, they had no clue that you guys were all goofy until right now. So now I gotta try to work up the
Explain this behavior.
explain it, yeah.
Be silly.
All right. So, but with all that being said, if we just do straight up night rides,
Time Traveler.
I gotta say Steel Vengeance.
Yeah.
Steel
Yeah.
Vengeance. Steel Vengeance
Out of control.
is
Time
so
Traveler.
good. But I'm not going Steel Vengeance. I'm going to Voyage still. I'm
Time
going with the
Traveler.
Voyage still. Voyage is still my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, Voyage, baby.
Hell yeah.
Time
So-
Traveler.
You should tell them what happened with Steel Vengeance.
My favorite experience
Boom. There you go.
is the night
Nice
ride.
Time Traveler.
Time travel. you almost threw that in.
I know you're a time traveler, Stan.
This is what my kids do. This is how they end up with everything they want. It's because they just like throw it in, and then I repeat it. And I'm like, run it! And it's too late, Dad. Get us this trip. Okay. So, favorite experience was that night ride that we did, where all of us were together on Steel Vengeance, and Brent was right behind me. And I said when he went on, it was his first ride ever, and I told him, I'm going to ride right in front of you so I can hear you, because he kept on saying, this is nothing. This ride's going to be a piece of cake. Blah blah blah. And he said the greatest things known to man. It
Some
was
we
like a
can't
comedy
repeat, but-
routine as he was going to but he had no clue where he was, what was happening. That was the great. I mean, I laughed so hard.
It's
during
because it
that.
was at night.
Yeah, so
was.
anyway.
It
So
was.
that was my favorite experience, was the night ride on Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point with the whole gang.
Yeah.
If you couldn't hear me, you couldn't hear me from the back, but I was just screaming bloody murder.
Yeah, you were, but you weren't as loud as Brent, who was right behind me.
Indeed.
Wait, did you hear me from behind?
No,
But you know,
I heard
see-
you on Maverick though. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's why I think you and I both picked the Mammoth experience, because if we had stuck to our original plan and gotten on those water slides, we would not have gotten the second ride on Voyage. And the first ride we had, the first morning we got there, was amazing. But the second day, when it was really warmed up and really running, it reestablished itself as, I think, our favorite.
Yeah,
ride.
You
absolutely.
still haven't given me
Bars.
$5.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. A bet delivered. All right, Zach, tell him why your dad is handing you a $5 bill.
We were waiting for
Because he's lucky as hell. That's why.
Shut up.
You got lucky, buddy. You got lucky.
Waiting for Ball Raven, and Dad was talking of Voyage like it was this outer body experience. Like
Because it is.
Because it is. Right.
you get on the train and you transcend, and I go, I bet you $5 I could hold my hands up the entire first ride I go on it.
And I said, deal, dude, deal.
Yeah.
There's
so
no
it's
way.
easy
And
money for that. Yeah.
I look around everybody, Daryl, Deanne, Robert, and my dad all go, good luck.
Yeah,
Yep,
good
yep,
luck.
yep.
Which is true. Good luck. So let's just also say that the very first ride on Voyage, it was running. It just was early in the morning. The thing was not running at its
It
full
was
power.
the
Sad.
slowest.
It was.
ride.
I didn't know that the Voyage could actually
run
ride
that
that
slow.
slow. I had no
It was
clue.
like I got no airtime.
Yeah,
over the
it was.
first 3
And he
hills.
held his hands up, and as we were riding, I could tell after the third hill, I was like,
He's gonna get
this
his 5
lucky
bucks.
son of a gun, dude. This dude is so lucky right now. And we got through, he held his hands up, and I was just like, that thing didn't even like, that was, that, I mean, it was excellent.
It was great. So
It was
smooth.
excellent, but
Oh
it
my
wasn't
God,
like
so good.
relentless.
It
Not the
was,
way it
it was
usually is.
creeping into the brake run. That's how slow it was.
It was pretty slow.
Yeah.
And we got off, and I was like, "You did it." And then I looked at him again, and I said, "You're lucky as hell."
Yes, indeed.
And then when we went back on it the next day,
Boom.
he rode it at full strength, and he could not hold his hands.
That's the Voyage.
Right? You couldn't hold your hands up the second time
There
around.
you go. There you go. Yeah. All right, man. Here we are, first park of the trip. Who's psyched? Yeah. Worlds of Fun again. Had plenty of good memories. It's been a long time since I've been there. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like beautiful, so well themed, right? I mean,
So,
I'd forgotten what a good
I
theme park
remember,
was.
like, when we got on the trip when we first got there, and we went through Worlds of Fun, and we had a blast. Everything was running, everything was great. And I just remember telling you guys that this park is fantastic. It's an amazing park, and this park, out of all the parks that we're going to, is the least of all the ones that we're going to. And it was hard to say that with how great of a park it was,
Yeah.
but also showed how amazing all these
the
parks
parks are.
truly are. And I think it lived up to that, right?
Yeah, it blew away my expectations for
Yep.
what I thought
Yep.
it was.
But it was so hot there for some reason.
It was. Okay.
It was
hot.
real
It was
hot.
hot.
Dagan will always talk about the heat with you guys. He's real with the heat. How hot was it, Dagan? It was so hot. Sorry.
It was like 86 degrees and it felt like 102.
The
That's
humidity,
about right.
the Midwest humidity was kind of brutal.
It
Yeah.
felt like hot.
It was hot. It was hot.
It was
amazing.
blistering hot. And I remember, like, so Zach has been on roller coasters, right? But
Yes.
and you've been on hyper coasters, but not not like a traditional hyper coaster.
Yeah.
So Mamba was your first traditional hyper.
First airtime, speed.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
there
you were
go.
kind of blown away by that one,
Yeah,
right?
well, I've only been on Goliath, which is usually talked down on within.
Which is crazy because it's a great
It's a
ride.
great
but
ride.
Well, it's a great
gentle.
ride.
It's gentle for a hike.
It's a great ride for what it is. Relative to every other hypercoaster that I went on this trip, it doesn't hold a candle. The end of Mamba, you're like slamming into your
It's
restraint.
ejector air. So
Yeah.
good. So
It actually kind of gave me a headache.
yeah.
Everything gave you a headache.
You'd sit bobbing your head
He
until
kept
you
on
got
bobbing his
that.
head, and he's all like,
No,
"Oh no, I have a headache."
I look over at him in line. He's like,
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, and he's
Well,
all like,
that gives me
"Oh, I got a headache."
Oh.
It's like you forced that upon me.
so I really like the feeling of falling. And Mamba is entirely that.
Yep.
Except for the helix, where if you hold your hands up, you have a chance of losing them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Where
that double helix is so good.
The supports get
There's-
close to the train.
Yeah, yeah. Mamba's like I've always said that Mamba I thought was like a great one. And as we talked to Dana Morgan a few years ago,
Yeah.
and we were saying that like I even got him to say like Mamba was his favorite
Yeah,
of it,
got
because
the
it
right
is,
to go,
and it's my favorite of those traditional Morgan hypercoasters. Take that, Steel Force.
Oh.
Yeah, so Mamba's great. I want to know what you guys thought about Prowler, because that's the one I kept on hyping
Oh,
up
yeah.
about.
Oh.
That's
It was
the
good.
CGI.
It was good.
Oh, GCI.
It was okay during the day.
And then at
It was
night.
yeah. Well,
And then it was better.
Well, I gotta say, yeah, I've been waiting maybe a decade. You've been telling me how good it was.
Mhm.
The day ride blew me away. I'm like, yep. It lived up to expectations. And the night ride was like Voyage Junior. Like,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. Pitch black. Some of the transitions and everything, like, insane.
You had the
Amazing.
added thrill factor of one of the wheels screeching, bloody.
Yeah,
murder.
it did. There was one of the side wheels that was screeching through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Zambezi Zinger went on that.
Yeah.
Didn't that
I know, and we
almost
didn't all
kill you?
share the love for that.
Well, yeah, no, I loved it. I loved the coaster. I don't like those trains. I don't like the Centennial Flyers.
Yeah.
I think that the bar is way too tight.
Yeah.
Way too tight.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel that tight, but by the end of it, it literally was cutting the circulation off my legs. It
Yeah.
was, and it was so tight that my claustrophobia actually started kicking in. And these trains are wide open. That tells you how tight this thing
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But it was a great ride.
Yeah,
itself.
oh my god. We need more spiral lift hills. That was
Yes.
so fun, and all the ground hugging turns, and I mean they got it to like 90 degrees a couple of times. So great. Yeah, if they could just maybe tweak the restraints a little bit.
The
That
restraints
was
are
like
off.
amazing ride. Yeah.
The guard at the park was the Rapids ride.
Oh yeah. Fury of the Nile. That's right.
Is that the name of it?
I
Yeah.
think so. At Worlds of
It
Fun. I know we
sounds-
rode
that
several
sounds like
rapids
a sequel
rides.
to Jewel of the Nile or Spinning Dragons at
Oh, Worlds of Fun. Oh
Oh,
god.
Well, I
God,
mean,
dude,
It
that make-
literally made me sick.
yeah.
I didn't get sick on that, but I got sick.
This made me actually like I had to take like a
Stevie-
good hour and a half off.
To like recover.
I thought I was
from
gonna
that.
throw up as soon as I got off the.
That was pretty
That
nice.
Stevie and I had a great ride on Spinning Dragon. It was like 200 pounds total on this side, and probably 400 pounds on this side total. That thing spun faster than any teacups ride I've been on.
Oh, dude! Especially it was like after the ride was over, it was still spinning.
That's
Like,
the
oh
part
my
that got
gosh.
me. During the ride, it wasn't too bad. It's when you got to the brake run at the end,
Oh.
and you're waiting at the station.
That
and
ride
things
was
just spinning.
that ride spinning was so out of control.
Yeah.
So then that was the second part was Kings Island.
Second park was Kings Island. We drove through a severe thunderstorm to get there, and also
The first
just
of a few.
and that severe thunderstorm is also known as Cincinnati traffic in general.
Yeah, what was it? 7-hour drive became 11.
11.
Yeah, that was brutal.
It ended
That
up being
was
an 11 hour.
Painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But we still went to Kings Island that night.
We
Still
did.
got a couple hours in.
we did, and there were several surprises there too. I mean, first of all, Orion,
Yeah. Orion's awesome.
right?
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Second best gig I've ever been on. I'm
Yeah.
still putting Intimidator 305.
Yes,
my
I
number
would.
one.
Yeah, it still has the edge, but for pure joyful speed and float and everything.
Oh, it's got all of it.
Oh,
It's
so
got all of
good.
it. It's
So
a fantastic. It's the thing. I think what I found about that was great with Orion was it's not a whole lot of hills. It's just a bunch of giant ones, and each one gives you great float time, and it's very fast.
What about
Yeah.
that ejector hill after the turnaround?
Yeah,
Dude,
there
that thing
is.
is fantastic.
Yeah, for a B&M,
Fun.
you're like, oh, they can do that.
Yeah.
Yay!
Well, you could feel that in Diamondback. I feel like you get some great ejector time, air time in that.
Yeah.
I think that just Orion on that one specific hill after
Yeah.
the third
The
hill, the
turnaround
turnaround.
on the way
So
back.
it's the fourth hill, it's the bunny hill. You get some serious ejector air
Yeah,
on that
it's
hill,
good.
and
It's good.
that took the crown over Goliath for that floaty hill that Goliath has. on-
Yep. The
that-
one floaty.
Yeah, the one floaty hill. It took the crown from Goliath for the ultimate hyper coaster, ultimate airtime hill.
Yeah, standing up all the way down.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was amazing. And we never waited more than 15 minutes.
No.
I mean, it
It
was.
was always to the front of the line immediately the
Yep.
whole day.
Yep. Yeah, it was crazy.
Diamondback was great.
But see, and then Diamondback. Like I remembered that it was so good.
We loved it.
But oh god, every hill. I mean,
That was
yeah,
fun.
it's probably. I think we'd all agree that has the edge over Orion even still.
I
I
still
think
saw it.
Diamondback is the best ride in that park.
Yeah.
Ooh, strong. Okay. Okay.
With that being said, I agree with that. I do think it's the best
For
ride
sure,
in the park.
yeah.
Though the Beast still is
Oh my God! and with the
everything
new
that you want it to
retracting.
be. Especially when we ride it at night and it just feels like it's out of
yes.
control and you're just running through the woods like crazy. That ride's not built for airtime. It's just built for extreme intensity runaway.
Speed.
Just like it's, you know how they always talk about like runaway mine train. That's what the Beast is. It's just a wooden version of it. Yeah, and it's that double helix is still the best double helix.
Oh, so good, so good.
So you guys enjoyed it? Yeah.
Stevie didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll get to that one later. But the other big surprise at that park for me was Banshee.
Banshee.
Like, oh my God, that
Dude.
was amazing.
Dude. Banshee. Right?
Wait,
Dude.
did you like that ride better than Raptor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Solos rather.
Yes.
Yeah, that became my
Yeah.
favorite invert.
Yeah,
park.
for me, it beats Montu.
It does. It does. Alpengeist, all of them.
Yeah,
Beats what?
it is that segment where you loop over the lift hill, and then it takes you up into the 0G, and then it does like a 160-foot drop off the 0G
Oh, so
down into the
good.
ravine.
So
That is like I've never experienced anything like that before.
Yeah.
And that was extremely special. And then it follows up with like
The
another
underlying
really special
twist.
moment. Yeah, and there's like another roll that's like 150 feet in the air.
Off the ground, yeah,
Off
you're
and
just
you're
like-
just doing it like super slow. and you're just like,
You pull
what
it in-
is happening?
You pull up into a turn and you expect to like S-bend back into the brake run, and it just keeps turning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many maneuvers on a B&M coaster I've never felt before, and I had no idea it was using the terrain of the old Son of Beast area. That
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah,
brilliant.
Banshee's incredible. I know that we need to mention one because it's Dagan. Dagan's always been talking about what are we missing from Kings Island?
Oh, we rode the Rapids ride.
Well, oh God. If you want to bring up the Rapids ride, where Dagan, I'm the one who always gets super soaked on these
Every
Rapids rides.
damn
Dagan
time.
rode
Dagan
Was
beside
in
me.
shock. at the
Dagan
end
rode
of it.
beside me, and then he felt the wrath of the Rapids gods
The Barnes
that they have
curse.
on me because we got super soaked on that one. I was going to actually talk about Mystic Timbers.
Oh.
yeah, another
GCI.
surprise.
Hey guys,
What was in the shed?
Go in the shed.
The shed is
Go
I
in
like
the
this
shed.
I love the shed. All the hype
Go
that they,
in the
oh, I
shed.
never lived up to. I thought the shed
Go
was
in the
great.
shed.
Super cool.
the shed's
Go
cool.
in the shed.
I like that Mystic Timbers is more of like an out and back than it is a twister. I thought that
Go
was,
in the shed.
and I didn't expect that at all from
No,
them.
and to get the same kind of like, this is aggressive. I mean, that's Prowler-esque.
Yes,
really,
very much.
really. Like, I thought it was more a family coaster. No.
And it runs over the Rapids ride,
Yeah.
which we didn't even notice the first time
Until
we rode
until
it.
we went into the queue of the Rapids ride.
And
It's
you were like, oh
10
my
miles
gosh,
long.
this ride is
around
running
us.
over the Rapids ride.
Yeah.
The queue to the Rapids ride is a mile long. You walk 3 miles, you finally get to the queue, and then it's even longer than the walk there.
Yeah, we got on our steps every day. That was not an issue. We walked a ton everywhere. But yeah. But Mystic Timbers was great. The shed was great.
What?
The Rapids. I was riding with Daryl.
Daryl and Deanna.
Oh, yeah.
And there was 2 other just random people that were put there with us. Daryl, Deanna, and we all got soaked, and then 2 random people were like barely wet. Like they had like 3 drops of water.
That's the magic of Rapids, right? You never know what you're going to get
Yeah.
unless you duck.
I remember my hat was dripping. Like,
Oh, you were
Oh,
completely
yeah.
soaked, just like me.
like I looked
And me.
Oh, the log
It's a
flume
lie.
where we all packed into the same boat.
Yeah, that was.
Was that Kings Island?
Yeah,
Oh, man. See, got
that
blurred
was
together.
the
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, Race for Your Life, Charlie
Yeah.
Brown. That was really
And then,
good.
and then Snoopy spits at you. At
That's
the end.
right. Yeah, you think it's over, and no. Yeah, we
That
did
part
get pretty
didn't
wet.
get me as wet as I thought it would.
I got
It
off of
was
that. I got off of that thing and I was wetter than ever.
That between
It was,
doing the rapids and then that ride, yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely got that, and in the heat, it was welcome. Like it was good to get us wet.
no, but then it was cloud cover and breezy right after we got off.
It
so-
wasn't welcome for me because at that point, I just like I don't like having wet underwear through the whole entire day,
It gets
which
a
is
little-
what I got.
Yeah.
For the rest of that day.
A little
So
rashy.
it's not my favorite thing.
I always choose the front seat.
Got you guys on the drop zone over there too, or drop.
Drop tower
was
screen
the
zone or whatever.
First time in a while that I was genuinely scared. on
Yeah,
a
you
ride.
were actually scared. You were, like
There
as
you
we
go.
like
Yeah.
before when we locked. So we locked. They locked us in the restraints at first, and he was like, "I am actually kind of terrified at this moment." And then they ended up having to take us all out.
Oh, that's right. We were about to go, and they released the restraints.
Yeah, and then they said everybody off. We have there's technical difficulty, and then they started running again later. We went back on it, and then you were still terrified.
Okay,
But you got through it.
I did. It's different than any other drop tower because any drop tower that is over 200 feet, it's really quick to the top of the tower, so I don't have time to think about.
This one takes forever.
Yeah, no. So it's an observation tower.
Yeah, it is.
Intamin's
Right.
roto drop. It goes up. It's already slow. It takes like 20 seconds to get to where it's the yellow section of the drop tower at Kings Island. And then it slows to maybe 3 miles an hour.
And it takes like a 30 seconds.
It takes
between-
20 seconds to get up.
Yeah.
And then you get to the top, and it is an extra 10 seconds.
Yeah, it takes a long time. And then when you're sitting there and you're just waiting, you're like, it's stopped.
It's so.
It's stopped. We can, like, it's not even rotating anymore. The thing is stopped.
Yeah.
And you just wait.
Yep.
But when it drops, it's just like a smooth, beautiful, just feeling, like just a free floating feeling.
We got to watch some dude's hat fly off in the queue.
Oh yeah. Oh, and that's the great thing as a spectator sport.
that's
Like just
great.
watching that thing land, whoosh, and the wind blow that goes into the queue. Love
I
it.
remember when we were next in line for the drop tower, there was these group of kids. They all came down speechless.
Yeah.
That's right. We saw some good reactions before
did.
we got on board. Yeah.
We saw two guys, and the one guy was trying to calm the other guy, and he's upset. And then when he gets down, the guy who was upset was even more upset. He's like, no.
No.
No. And the dude that I was talking to, he's all, come on.
Exactly. Too fair.
That bad.
You loved it.
The Phantom Theater.
Oh my gosh! Right. So
Look at, see, this is why we have everything.
we have to
on.
do this because we got so much done. Everything we can predict. Phantom Theater. If you're at Kings Island and they're still showing,
Great
the
show. I tried to fight to stay awake during it, but
Yeah, we were a little sleepy, but man, just unbelievable. The whole history of that incredible dark ride, an amazing lobby filled with artifacts and concept art, and then the show was like Broadway quality, right?
Yeah.
They had singing and dancing and the tap sequence and the guys who did the rope tricks and everything.
Happy Feet.
Amazing. What's that?
Happy Feet
Happy Feet. Yes, that's right. They did the hands and the feet. and
by No Legs Larry.
No, that's right. See, you remember those details. Yeah, it was amazing. All right, and I think that is going to bring this one to a close. So, as I've said, this is a part one of probably a three-parter that will cover this entire trip. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying these very kind of random recollections and fragments of memories. But man, yeah, we had a lot of fun doing the trip. And we had a lot of fun talking about it. So yeah, I hope you got a taste of all that fun we had. All right, take care, and we will catch you in the next one.